pockets too deep. Two tone in my wrist, lights that make no sense, pop back for a minute, eyes up on my whip, lenses and BMs, lights that make no sense, falling, yeah, fall back too close, you ain't even know me, trust my brothers from way back from the north, it's the end of your, spending like they owe me.
Out, but I never committed. I did it for, I cash out, but I never committed. I did it for me, but it's more for yourself. I got that paper and turned to a villain. A house full of people, I'm still by myself. Yeah, what you did, I'ma do what I do. I got.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Klay Thompson.
Yeah, clearly his offensive output has been on a bit of a decline. Now, that could point to a lot of things, but mostly I think he's just putting his focus elsewhere on the floor, looking for other ways to help out his team.
Now let's take a look at Toronto's starting lineup. The perimeter filled up by Barrett and Ingram. Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle, and it's quickly in at the 1. And for Dallas, they've got Max Christie. Flag is out there with P.J. Washington, and then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Nembhard in at point guard. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
And that one's good. Flag.
Coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
And that begins what should be a terrific battle between these teams.
Now here's Barnes. Pass to Barrett. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And the thing I love about Barrett in watching him, he plays with toughness and determination.
Here's Davis. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Now that's what I call great basketball. Finding a way to get all the way inside.
That's exactly what they wanted on that trip. Get something close to the basket, something easy.
Pass to Barrett. Fades. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. The last time these two teams came together was also in this building, and they were able to win it for the home fans.
The last time they faced this team, they were very aggressive, found numerous ways to get themselves to the line.
And legs of late, a significantly larger role for Max Christie.
Yeah, Brian, he was a former second-round pick and part of that earth-shattering Davis-Doncic trade. But Max Christie has shown himself ready to step up at both ends of the court.
And here's Flag outside. Pirtle grabs a miss. The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Jason Kidd had a few moments to share with me. As far as Brandon Ingram goes, Coach believes that space is the key. He told me, quote, if we can close the gap, there aren't as many tools that he can go to, especially if we have a second defender to throw an occasional arm out. Percentages drop quite a bit in those cases. Brian, back over to you.
And Allie, thanks. Nembhard for 3. Sinks it from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Outside Ingram. Pass to Barnes. This one for 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Dallas leading by 3. Outside Christie. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Davis. And Davis slams it home.
Anthony Davis sending a message with that finish. Wow.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Outside Barrett. Pass to Pirtle. Quickly outside. Just 5 on the clock. Sinks that one from the post.
That's a lot of focus that time by Quickly. So good at working his way through the contact.
Nembhard outside. Here's Flag, covered by Ingram. Pass to Nembhard, three-pointer. And the Mavericks, another three!
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Quickly with the ball, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Buries it from 3.
Well, that's just assertiveness by Brandon Ingram. A response 3, sending a message.
And Tim, last made, Dallas with a 1.8% chance to win the lottery. But it happened.
Incredibly, it ends up with the arrival of Cooper Flag, which appeases a Mavs fan base that was just about in open revolt. So there's hope both now and in the future.
Pass to Flag. Right side Davis. Nembhard outside. Shoots. Rebound Toronto. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
There obviously was a breakdown at the defensive end. They gave away too many clean looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you could just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
For 3, Barrett nails it from beyond the arc. Barrett's got 5 now.
If you give R.J. Barrett that kind of space, he's going to take the 3 every time.
To the middle. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
With power. That's how you do it, big fella.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first. Christie against Barrett. Pirtle with a screen on Christie. Down low. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Yeah, no hesitation that time by Pirtle. Never shy about scoring.
For Dallas, they've got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Quickly against Nembhard. Christie with a screen on Quickly. On the wing, Davis. Over Pirtle. No good. Misses at the buzzer. It's a tie game in Dallas. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And when you consider how Dallas is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
It's reflected in their assist totals. This is a great start offensively.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Dick is out there with Barnes. Then it's Walter, and it's Shed in at the point guard position. Now here's Thompson. Three-pointer off the mark. Pass to Barnes. Barnes going up with confidence inside.
Wow, Barnes just slicing through the defense. That display of ball handling was impressive.
A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Grant.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters. And he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
And it's Gafford missing. The Raptors with a lead. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games. That gives you the opportunity to play for that bigger trophy." Back to you guys.
Now to have it. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
When Barnes is attacking the painted area, good things tend to happen.
First trip to the line for him here. free throw good from Barnes. Tim, with his agility and that 7'3" wingspan, Scotty Barnes can guard virtually anyone.
Well, because he's got the combination, Brian, of lateral quickness and physicality. He is great at the point of attack and fighting through screens. Just a top-shelf defender.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Davis, he's checked in for Marshall. Christie comes in for Williams. And it's Nembhard in for Russell.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
Toronto leading by 4. Pass to Shed. Here's Mobo. No made baskets yet. Shot clock at 6. And Davis with the block.
And that's what makes AD special, protecting that rim.
Washington's checked in for Thompson. Brandon Ingram is checked in for Toronto. Barrett comes in for Walter. Now here's Nembhard. He's got 6. Pass to Davis. Davis using his size at the rim.
He is an overpowering presence inside. AD playing with so much confidence and force in the paint.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Quickly's checked in. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. You look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
A nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Good on the bucket. Barrett's got 7 points.
Well, there's just something about lefties like Barrett. That jumper looks so pretty.
Nembhard, the pass to Davis. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Outside Christie. From the arc. Rebounded by Ingram.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Mobo. He's guarded by Gafford. Ingram on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Barnes. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Mavericks trail by 4. Well, Tim, you hear about the move to positionless basketball. The Raptors are well equipped.
Yeah, they are loaded with athletic wings and interchangeable pieces, which gives them a high level of versatility. Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Here's Ingram. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. And now it's a 6-point Raptor lead.
Now, Ingram is such a complete offensive player. He can find good looks in the mid-range area as well.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Checked in for Dallas. Toronto also changing it up. Pirtle's checked in for Mobo, and it's Grady Dick in for Barnes. There's a minute 54 left in the first half of this game. To the wing on the left. The three from Washington. Toronto grabs the miss. Barrett passes to Ingram. Christie with a steal. Now Nembhard. Pass to Washington. Here's Davis. Five to shoot. Back to Washington. Over Barrett. Dallas no good that time either. And so it's Ingram with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. 1:05 left in the first half. Pass to Dick. Lets it go from deep. Fires in the triple. And it's a 9-point Toronto lead.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Washington, a screen on Dick. And here's Flag outside. Pirtle grabs a miss. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Quickly finds Ingram. Back to Quickly. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's a lot of power that time. Quickly making it look easy.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Quickly against Nembhard. To the inside. Here's Davis. Off target with a jump hook. And we've reached halftime in this one. Toronto out in front, up 11. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight a bit wild and a big deficit now for the Dallas Mavericks.
They're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game, which I'm sure Coach is reminding them of. Changing things up just a bit, let's catch a glimpse of the Western Conference standings at the moment.
When I look at the Mavericks, they're frustrated, and you can understand their frustration. They were expected to be good this year. Their fan base was fired up, but it just hasn't come together.
Thanks as always for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. A fantastic game from Anthony Davis in this one.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
We've got Davis, P.J. Washington out there with flag. Then there's Max Christie, and it's Nembhard in at the point. That's Jason Kidd's 5 as we get into the second half. The shot by Ingram, no good. Mavericks trail by 11. Well, Grant, in 2024, you added Cooper Flagg to the USA Select team before he even played a game in college.
You know, B.A., he made me look really good, too. You know, he performed extremely well against the men's national team. And at just the age of 17, he already looked like one of the better players on the court that day.
He is an elite finisher. AD converting with a man all over it.
Now here's Ingram. Not a lot of room. Got it. Good job in the low post. Ingram's got 7.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
You guys, Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Guys, back to you.
A tone setter at that end. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Now here's Christie. He's scoreless. Driving in, and that one is hammered home.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Here's Quickly. He has 6. And here's Ingram from the arc. Drains the triple. 10 points for him.
That's really nice timing on that release that time by Ingram. He was shot ready.
Pass to Washington. Launches a 3. Toronto grabs the miss.
Their first miss after hitting 3 straight shots, but I like their aggressiveness coming out of the half.
And here is Barrett. The 3 is up. And the Raptors, another 3.
R.J. Barrett with that lightning quick release.
And here's Nembhard. He's got 6. Pass to Washington. Washington a screen. Now here's Nembhard. Beyond the arc. Counted from distance. Nembhard's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
On fire to start the second half. 4-5 from the field.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. We've seen players extend their primes, extend their careers. What's behind that?
Well, I think you have to look at the absolute best, LeBron James, and what he has been able to do in making that investment in terms of caring for his body. It's a role model that all players should emulate.
Question is, can anybody replicate what LeBron has done?
Boy, that's going to be tough to copy that.
Now here's Barnes. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific, scoring just around 20 points a game. Mavericks trail by 9. Nembhard outside. Three-pointer. Here's Davis. Oh, AD, relentless.
Yeah, I love the work ethic there by AD. He just committed to out-hustling everybody.
Barrett against Christie from 11 feet away. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. The Mavericks making a switch here. Gafford's checked in. The Raptors also with a sub. Mobo's checked in. Mavericks trail by 9. Outside Christie. Back to Nembhard. Nembhard, a screen on Ingram. And here's Flagg outside. Knocks down the long K. Flagg's got his second bucket on the night.
They finally found their shooting touch after a rough first half.
And the Mavericks are in the planning stages for a new arena set to open by 2031.
Yeah, their existing arena opened in 2001. A 30-year run for an NBA venue is pretty typical. And remember, it's big business. New arenas are often the anchor tenant for larger developments.
And the Mavericks with possession here, following the three-point basket by Toronto. And here's Flagg outside. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 5 rebounds tonight. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Quickly's got 9.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Some nice ball movement by Dallas. And here's Flagg outside. Quickly with a rebound.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
On the take. They can't get it to go. Nice D from Gafford. Pass to Nembhard. Here's Flagg, covered by Ingram. On the wing, Christie. Fires from the corner. And yep, it's good.
Once you're in your shooting motion, it's tough to shift gears like that. But he found a teammate for an open look.
Outside Barrett. Here's Ingram. 34 seconds left in the third. Can't nail the jumper. Nembhard outside. Pass to Flagg. Nembhard, a screen on Ingram. Lets it fly. And it's Flagg missing.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
You're going to have to be very patient right here. Let's see how it plays out.
Here's Ingram. And that's not gonna go. A big-time effort for Brandon Ingram, providing a lot of energy for Toronto, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter, 3 for the game. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, right there, he wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. We've got Grady Dick, also Barnes out there, and it's Shed in at the point. Here's Davis. It's wide right, hits off the rim. Toronto leading by 10. Pass to Shed. Back to Dick. Here's Shed. Clock at 6. Knocks down the triple. And the Raptors lead by 13.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that. Well, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
Over to the left wing. Outside, Dick fires the three. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Outside Russell. Thompson outside. Outside for Davis. The three from Russell. He drops it from range. Russell's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Washington's checked in for Marshall. Brandon Ingram is checked in for Toronto. And let's send it over to Ali LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team, and he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
Great work, Ali. Thanks. Now here's Dick. Pass to Shed. Fires for three. Hits a three-pointer. Shed's got 6 points in the quarter.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Washington outside. Russell deciding where to go with it. Inside. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Russell.
And what a night. They just keep going to Davis.
Toronto leading by 12. Pass to Mobo. And here's Ingram. He's guarded by Washington. Outside Dick. Lets the three fly. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Russell, the pass to Washington. Now Gafford, covered by Ingram. Here's the teardrop, and finished off by Gafford as he lays it in. Gafford's got his first points of the night.
Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has.
Now here's Ingram. And he buries the jumper. And obviously we know so many kids dream of being a professional athlete. But when did that become a real goal of yours, Legs?
Well, B.A., honestly, about the age of 8, I thought I was headed for the major leagues. That all changed with a 7-inch growth spurt in one school year. Decided to try basketball for the first time, and man, am I glad I did.
Mavericks with some changes. Flags checked in for Gafford. Christie comes in for Thompson. And it's Nembhard in for Russell. Toronto also changing it up. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Mobo. Barrett comes in for Dick. And quickly subbed in for Shed. Mavericks trail by 12. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Poeltl rips down the board. The Raptors have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Ingram jams it home.
Another bucket that time by Ingram. He is going off, looking to attack every time he catches the ball.
Now here's Nembhard. Davis hits it, falling back.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Quickly outside. Now Barnes. Barnes with a screen on Christie. Barrett quickly outside. Oh, he cannot hit. Dallas is gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Nembhard outside. Here's Christie. Davis. AD overpowering.
Yeah, between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
Nembhard against quickly. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Nembhard outside. Davis. Poeltl rips down the board.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Raptors.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
After losing the first game, they've come back and evened things up in this one. They'll play one more time in this season series after this.
And while there were some guys out there that played well, what really stood out was the production for Brandon Ingram.
It's hard to think of a part of the game where he didn't play a major role. Mentally, physically. I mean, he showed us what he's capable of when he's feeling his best.
Now here's Barnes. Ingram! The three is off. So, no problem for Toronto as they get the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Tim Legler, Ali LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Brandon Ingram.
steady.